Hey everybody, CVH here, and today we're going to be playing some Midrange Prophecy Mage on the ladder. But first, let's take a quick look at the deck list. This is my current version of Midrange Prophecy Mage. It's a fairly straightforward, aggressive deck that wants to curve out and play good creatures every single turn, like many midrange decks do, and end the game moderately quickly against slower decks like Control and Ramp by just pressuring the opponent with good creatures every single turn. We also have a very high density of prophecies, 27 in this deck, although depending on the version you see, they might be playing a bit more or a bit less of the prophecy count there. I'm using 27 in this current version, and that's just really much the same as aggro prophecy battle mage does to get an edge in other aggressive matchups. For example, the mirror match, I'm up against like mid-range sorcerer. We're both going to just be playing good creatures on curve. I'm going to be hitting their face. They're probably going to be trying to hit mine, but if they ever want to get aggressive, which their game plan pretty much demands, they're going to have to break my runes, at which point our prophecies could give us a bunch of free tempo with just free creatures on the board or free removal, or maybe even both if we get a Fate Weaver into Piercing Javelin or something. So, of all the mid-range decks, Midrange Prophecy Mage typically does the best against straightforward aggro decks. Can suffer a bit against Control and Ram Scout compared to the other mid-range decks because our prophecies don't do quite as much, but we have really good pressuring tools like the 3 Haafingar Marauders, and people always ask me for replacements for this particular card in this deck. Honestly, I'm not sure there's a good one, because unlike the hyper-aggressive decks with yellow or the very slow decks with yellow, Haafingar just sort of fits that mid-rangey approach where it's a card that helps us start pressuring in the middle of the game, and if you look at other 5 and 6 cost cards, in yellow and blue particularly, there isn't a whole lot that really pressures anywhere close to the amount Haafingar Marauder does. If you really need to replace it, I guess my go-to would probably actually be a Stronghold Eradicator, just something that really applies pressure, but there's really not a whole lot of good tools to apply pressure on that particular turn. Housecarl's great, but a prophecy. And we also have 2 copies of Golden Saint. Not entirely sure how many of this deck are playing Golden Saint currently, but I've enjoyed the 2 of. And I think it's pretty good against Control Mage because it dodges Ice Storm on the Ice Storm turn, and pretty good against like Ramp Scout and other slower decks because you're just developing multiple bodies, while of course having some viability against other aggressive decks as a guard. So I felt like 2 would be a good number for this. This is just my current version. I played this on stream yesterday, and we climbed from rank 4 to rank 1 with a combination of this and I believe like Token Crusader or something. But this deck had a really crazy win rate. I shouldn't even say it, but it was like 15-3, which is over 80%. Now obviously that's a very small sample size, even though it is 18 games, but I do expect that to even out over a larger sample size, but hopefully it doesn't even out in this video as we queue it up on the ladder and try to take some wins. But I have always thought that Midrange Prophecy Mage was pretty well positioned in the current meta, and that was reaffirming. So if you're looking for a starting list to jump off into this archetype, I do think this is a pretty good one at the moment. So let's play some games, try to take some wins, and as always, if you enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like and stay subscribed for more Legends content. Follow my stream in the description, and I'll see you next time. So we did manage to hit rank 1 on the 2nd day of the month, so this being the 3rd day now, I expect some of the queues to still be a little bit wonky, so don't be too surprised if we see like ourselves at rank 1 against probably maybe rank 4 or something. That can definitely happen in the first week of the new season, especially if you're already at like Legend. Queues look really weird because last month in particular, a lot of people noticed Legends were getting queued against like ranks 4 or 5 pretty consistently for a while. So we'll see what ranks our opponents happen to be. I'm also playing in the morning, on a weekday Eastern time, like mid-morning, so I'm not entirely sure how this time is for player-based density. Probably affects it. See, it's like, kind of a discrepancy. You don't normally see this like near the end of the month. Up against Monk, I think I'll ship the Encano, obviously. It's the most expensive card in the deck. We're never keeping that in our opener. Keep the Croc for a good 2. Keep the Harpy against Goblin Skull, Kandarian and Cutpurse. Let's go ahead and play our 3-2 to start things off. Could be Control Monk, could be Token Monk, could be Midrange Monk, could be Pilfer Monk. Either way, 3-2 is good. Could be Goblin Monk. I like Goblin Monk. Kind of. Alright, well, no real way to not have that happen. It doesn't give me too much information, except that he doesn't want to take the trade. We could try to use the Harpy to trade with that. You just saw Murkwater Witch get used. This definitely has its counters, but I don't want to expend a ring charge and the lightning bolt on that 2-drop. It's really bad tempo. But, oh, if that's another Murkwater Witch, we're gonna just get wrecked. Okay, it's not a Witch, and fortunately, he only healed for 1. So we can just drop the Haafingar out now. He's gonna start healing for a lot. Do we want to, if we contest with Haafingar, we can use Cloud Rest Illusionist next turn to attack over it, but I might just want to commit to the left lane, let those do their thing for a while. See if he gets aggressive? I don't think he will. This looks like control, honestly, but I definitely think we should probably do this. Wow, we have the opportunity to get at least 1 item. Oh, Jesus! RNG. I think this is like... Oh, let me move the deck list out of the way. You guys just... Like, if you guys don't know, this is Battle Axe. Pretty crazy card. Not only a +4/+4 value, but actually a +8/+8 of value. Oh, that was definitely the right play. Oh, hit a Prophecy. It's gonna be like a 5 attack, or a 6 attack Shrieking Harpy or something for free. He's thinking about it. He should do it. No fun, man. And he's not attacking. 6/5 Cleric of Kine. Now that'll put the pressure on him. I think I should play these in the right, just to give myself... I don't even really need the heal. I think I wait on Dawnstar. Like, if he does get aggressive, or maybe uses a breakthrough or something, I'd like to not heal, honestly, so... And it also plays around prophecies. So I can do this, and, like, this is already gonna survive whatever trades I want it to, so we'll, we'll dump the health on the Dawnstar here. I promise not all the wins with this deck to get that crazy win rate were Ancestors Battle Axe blowouts. I promise they weren't. I'll admit to getting Glass Helm of Remedy against 2 aggro decks. It's a lot of potential healing. We do have potential lethal though. Potential exact lethal. That's 13, 16, 20. So, I would say, let's go for it. I want to try to bypass the last turn. Yeah. Alright, well, Ancestors Battle Axe won that game and we were just kind of along for the ride. Insert the card game shouldn't be about randomness and chance, Haafingar meme thing. Okay, keep the double clerics. I don't know, Illusionist is okay. I think I'll ship it, try to find a 3-drop or something. It's not bad from hand if we're trading, but it's not bad from Prophecy either. Yeah, let's get on the board early. If we can start the race early against Crusader and make them like forced hit my face because they can't contest our board, then we probably win because we get a lot of prophecies more often than not. Tokens is a bit harder though. Tokens can go wide on the board pretty easily, and that was a great draw because it does contest that. Fortunately, he doesn't have the ring, so that's like a pretty big deal in this matchup. Tokens with the ring can do some absurd things that only a few decks can actually deal with. And this isn't really one of them. Like, this could be even worse, guys, if you could imagine. And at least we have one favorable in that lane, leading into another potentially even trade. And I could play Dawnstar now, I'm not sure what it really does for me. I think Cleric is okay, but Cleric is the least Magicka efficient play, unless I want to play Harpy, and I don't really see a reason for that either. I mean, I could just Cleric and Harpy, and that would give this 3 health. Maybe we're supposed to go wide ourselves. Pretty sure it's not Dawnstar this turn, but I'm kind of torn between this line and just playing Black Dragon. But let's try to get some more mileage out of the Croc. Yeah, we couldn't actually have done anything about that this turn. We do get some more mileage out of the Croc though, and we get one of any number of favorable trades. In case he Wabajacks into a Leaf Lurker, I suppose that's the one we trade. And then I just play Black Dragon in the right. Or do I? I could just start the race, but I don't really want to heal because I want him to hit my face. But I'm pretty sure he's going to take the favorable anyway. Maybe I just chill here and play Black Dragon and pass. Maybe I play Black Dragon left. Okay. I don't want to lose two things to that. And if he plays anything in this lane, it can kill these, so we'll just use this to favorable trade over whatever.
We fight for all Skyrim.
Loots. Okay, this is an issue. I can trade into that if I want. But I think this is probably just going to be the Dawnstar turn. We have 16, so we can heal for... Oh, Jesus, we can heal for 12. That's a ton. Do I even want this over here? Yeah, let's force some trades. I'll put this in the left, I guess. That was his whole turn. The power of Dawnstar healing is about to make itself very apparent. Yeah, I think we're just going for this now.
I've got you covered.
I am death.
For the warrior white.
Yeah, I was back and forth on actually including this card when I started laddering yesterday on stream. I was like, I don't know if I'll include it in this version of the deck, because like we're already so good against aggro decks, we have so many prophecies, but the crazy things that it can do. Even though it feels kind of win more sometimes, you're like, well, I already got 3 prophecies against this aggro deck, I don't really need to play Dawnstar. Well, sometimes you just don't win the game with prophecies alone, and you do need that kind of, like, that's just insane, right? It just nullified Haafingar entirely. He also did not get Ancestry's Battle Axe, which was very helpful for us.
Wait. Did you hear
Because that could just be a 5/5 or something. Who knows?
They will not get past me.
Could be annoying.
Steadfast.
And it is! Alright, we have Black Dragon on the Rift Thane, Dawnstar on the 1/3, but let's play Fate Weaver and see what we could possibly get. Piercing Javelin on the 3/5? Sure.
Don't miss.
Sure. And I'm just gonna put him at 1.
I am death.
And even if he is playing Dawnstar and has it in his hand right now, it doesn't even do anything. Like, he only has 11 damage on board, and he would need to deal 17 to break a rune. Wow. Dawnstar Healer just healed for 15. What a 3-drop, man.
I concede to your promise.
Got a scout, so can we pressure the ramp scout? Or can we just out-prophecy the mid-range scout if it is? Played more ramp than mid-range recently, but we'll see. And with the ring, I'll keep Hive, sure. Fine enough.
May you walk on warm sands. May you walk on warm sands.
I'll scout ahead.
It's not a Thieves Guild. I like it. Oh. Oh. No fun. No fun. Alright. Well, seeing as that's probably a level 2 Drain Vitality.
Bless us, Kai. May we serve you.
Gross, man.
I've got you covered. For the warrior white.
He had a really good anti-aggro start. I mean, all you really need for that is like a Word Wall and a Dark Guardian. And we're not really an aggro deck, but we do run out of steam against this deck pretty easily sometimes. Alright. There's always a chance he just had like a Soul Tear, and now he just has 2 Soul Tears, right? Fine. Totally fine. Either way, Hive Defender's pretty good here. Haafingar is one of our critical cards that I'm hoping we can get some value from next turn. In the matchup, I mean. This seems good. This seems fine. Good and fine. Nah, you should have played Word Wall the other lane. Nah, you really shouldn't have, though. Okay, I guess I will House Carl up my 1-2. My sad little 1-2.
By our service, we honor kind.
This could still turn back around. We just need a Haafingar proc, and we need it to be good. But now he's going to start playing Sheer Point Dragons and stuff, more than likely. Sheer Points or Hiss Mages, any number of annoying cards.
The forest is my cloak.
That is also pretty good here. And if he's trading with the 2-2, I cannot get my Haafingar. Or my East March. Or my, I don't even want my Dawnstar. But I would like to actually deal damage this game. Okay. Okay. Placement. If I play it in the left, if I play both in the left, I get wrecked by Nogleave because I don't have anything that can attack. But I will have a lane that can trade with Hiss Mage and then still deal a damage. I think I'm playing Harpy right, though. It's gonna hedge against Nogleave a bit. Not sure how good that is. But if he does play Nogleave, I can at least deal some amount of damage for Haafingar, which is my last hope at this point.
The Hist provides.
So I don't get to kill that immediately. But maybe I'll... Well, I guess I could kill it immediately. That's a decent enough draw to make me reconsider playing Haafingar. Going for the Haafingar, man. Please do not have Red Brahmin. Also, let's just get Shieldbreaker or something. That'd be amazing. Dawnbreaker. You always get excited to see that against Scalp, but here it's not even that great. Alright, we lose to Red Brahmin with this, but that's like the big if. And he's drawn pretty well up till now, so hopefully he doesn't have that too. If he doesn't have a good answer for this lane, we could just sort of steamroll. Gotta mute them going into the Red Brahmin turn. That is my tip of the day against Ram Scout. And we have to find our happy place. For me, that's a couple games ago with the Ancestry's Battle Axe. It's not Red Brahmin, but it hurts my soul.
Zuma, take you.
Don't kill it. Don't do that.
Look to the skies.
Lords and claws.
It's a glorious day. We actually get another Haafingar proc. I don't think I can play that right now. I think I just go... I mean, I could do that instead of the House Carl. Actually, maybe that's slight... Oh god, it feels so bad. Because if I House Carl this, I get a favorable trade, but then he just kills it. Maybe I can try to get it alive for... leave it alive for one more turn. Something great. Goes without saying that that was not what I was looking for. Live by the RNG and die by the RNG.
What have we here?
Well, he unfortunately did have a dragon. More unfortunately, Haafingar is just gone. I do have a trade on that. Maple Shield is pretty good to me, I guess you could say. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna push damage with this, hope he doesn't have another Leaf Lurker.
By the 8th, they will meet.
Somehow still not, like, completely dead, but I'm feeling pretty dead.
Observe.
Oh, get the Soul Tear, please. Does he already have the Soul Tear and he just knows? That's unfortunate. That's either unfortunate or very planned.
My shadows move in shadow. It is done for.
I think it was a 50-50, which is why he was like wondering if he should go for it. I like to believe that, at least. Don't believe it was a slow roll. Believe it just got, unfortunately, got the real bad side of the coin flip. I'm tempted to just keep the really good 3 and the really good 4 with the ring, even though up against Crusader, which is typically very aggressive. I think I can make that concession. Tokens again. Shouldn't have streamed tokens yesterday. At least I have the ring against tokens again. Sometimes lucky. And the hand is good. We drew a 2-drop. And he can't pit line this turn. This is the main thing right here, is that we do not get turn 2 pit lined.
Into the breach. Acknowledge.
There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Hopefully Daggerfall can contest that perfectly.
For the warrior right.
Definitely trading with that so we don't get turn 3 pit lined either.
They will meet their makers.
You won't spoil my plan.
Into the breach.
It's like I played 2 creatures this turn.
We'll hold, no matter what.
Trade, face, and hive, I think.
Shale on tape.
I like over trading. Well, not over trading. It's not correct, but I like trading a ton against tokens. So cards like Resolute Ally and Divine Fervor and Imprison are significantly weaker. So yeah, I will take the trade on the 1/1. Got this for free anyway, right? To say beat tokens, you gotta go really wide against them really quickly, and usually they're just gonna prevent that from happening.
Don't make me laugh.
Shale on tape you.
Bless us, Kai. For the warrior right. With every
Doesn't really matter what this goes on. I could put it on Daggerfall for another tome value, but I'd like to keep something alive in that lane, and I don't have time to play 2 tomes in the next couple turns. At least I doubt it.
I'll let nothing get by.
The Dark Brotherhood is a pox, and I shall cure it.
He knows I have the tome, so he's just letting me do that. Or I'll just play Haafingar. Haafingar seems better.
Your blood will spill.
for the warrior right.
Sometimes we can get that out of range of the trades. I think I'm gonna start with this, because it's all by itself.
Warrior right.
Also, this maybe shouldn't be in this lane, because Prophecy Cloud Rest would be played over here.
Shale on tape you.
Guess I'll try to put an item on it. That's another tome, nice. So we did in fact play tome this turn. And we could live the double Haafingar dream next turn. Yeah, I think the window's closing on our opponent here. He needs something incredible this turn. Like even reinforcements plus imprison on the Haafingar, kill the hive, kill my 3/1. I still have 7 damage. And another Haafingar in my hand.
My orders are clear.
Training is over. It's time to act.
They will not get past me.
I'll let nothing get by.
Unfortunately, we have lethal here, so I can't just like go for the double Haafingar memes. It's a little sad to me.
For the warrior right.
Dwarven armaments, goodness.
For sky it is.
GG. So in this video, the deck went 3 and 1.